1.
Hey guys, Killix here, multi-rank 1 PvPer, high-end keyer, raider, and one of WoW's top collectors. Today we're just going to go over a full in-depth play-by-play guide for Motherlode 19 as a Holy Paladin, and how to properly prepare for certain pools and boss mechanics. We're just going to get started right here. We're going to beacon the tank here on this pool, and we're going to beacon the ranged DPS, normally a Boomy in this case. As soon as you can, get in there, press Judgment, put down Consecrates.
Kick.
So this entire pool, you're basically focused on the two assassins, and you want to stop their kicks and you want to stop their Fan of Knives. Right? That should be the only thing that you really have to like constantly heal in this pool. Ideally, as a Holy Paladin in keys, you kind of want to min-max your damage. If you're doing the highest keys, you want to min-max your damage. If you're doing somewhat low keys, you're kind of just there to keep your party alive. But in keys where it's like level 19, 20, 21, you really want to maximize your damage. And as you can tell from this run that we're doing, we're not going to have a perfect run, and we're going to have a lot of mistakes and a lot of scuffs and a lot of deaths, but we still time the key. So anytime you're in a pug, anytime you're trying to time a key, always do your best and always try to until the whole group just wipes or gives up, right? You don't want to like give up a run because certain people are playing bad or constantly dying, because sometimes, a lot of the times, even if that happens, you can still time the key. So we're going to get past that first pool. We're just going to go in there, do the little skip. Now I'm assuming in lower keys people don't really do this skip, but you know, if you are doing like 16s, 17s, you're probably doing this skip. Get in there. As you're running up to the next place, you want to just put your excuse me, you want to put your blessings on cooldown and try to get full holy power as you're running up, waiting for this pat. Because you might as well get full holy power before the next pool, on the way to the next pool. And you want to put winter on cooldown because it's not really that good for keys. You want to rotate summer, autumn, and spring as soon as possible. So as you can tell here, like our run is already slow, right? Like we've already messed up the skip. We've already had like one death, right? But we're still trying. You can also put on Crusader Aura right here. Like if you're doing this skip in your pug, you can put on Crusader Aura right here, and it'll help out a little bit with the speed. Now this next pool, the most important thing is to try to stop the cast. So we're going to run in there ASAP, and you're going to just put one caster on focus,
4,
and
3,
either
2,
target another caster
1.
to hodge it, or target the extractor and just constantly do as much damage to the extractor as you can, right? So as you can see, I run in there, I put down Consecrate, I tears, then I
5,
spam Judgment, right?
4,
You always want to spam
3,
Judgment and Consecrate.
Kick.
Consecrate should always
1.
be up every single pull that you're doing, and Judgment on cooldown every single pull 24/7 as much as possible, right? Like the only thing you should have to heal here is the AoE every couple of seconds. And this is a lust pull as well, so
Kick.
if you're doing this skip, you should
Kick.
be lusting here as well. Kick as much stuff as you can, hodge as much stuff as you can, put down Consecrate, Judgments.
5, 4,
Always Holy
3,
Prism
2,
teammate.
1.
See how I just Holy Prism the Druid right there.
Kick.
Judgment,
Avoid.
right?
Kick.
Now
Kick.
some people are going to get hit here. You're just going to dodge as much as you can.
Kick.
You're not always going to be able to
Avoid.
min-max your Consecrates or your damage or everything, or your healing, right?
Avoid.
Because sometimes things happen, right? Like 3 casts just went off right there, so I'm forced to heal instead of doing damage. Which is fine, you just gotta adapt. So your damage, you're not always going to be able to min-max your damage in these keys. So don't stress too much about that. For the most part, just focus on keeping your party alive.
Kick.
We're going to go to the next pool here. We're going to get that first kick. If you're pulling
5,
this into
kick.
boss,
4,
you want to make sure that
3,
that caster
2, 1.
does not get a cast off.
Knockback.
Especially during this
Kick.
knockback AoE right here. Right? So right here, ideally, I never
Kick.
want to Divine Toll our party. I want to Divine Toll the boss for damage. Right? But right there, I was forced
Kick.
to Divine Toll our party because everybody was too low health.
Big dick damage.
So
Kick.
on this boss, the only thing you really have to heal is the AoE, the static pulse, right? So ideally, you almost never want to spam heal somebody. You just want to passively heal them with judgments, or if you're playing veneration, you want to heal them with
Kick.
that as much as you can. Get that kick, get the
5,
mob in there.
4, 3, 2.
So
1.
static pulse is coming up. I want to make sure my party's topped. I press Divine Protection here right before the
Kick.
knockback. And then right here, what I can do is I can Judgment, proc the wings, and then
Okay.
Holy Prism the boss to heal everyone, right? So you see my health. I'm not freaking out about my health because I know I don't need healing right now. I don't have to heal anybody in the party right now. I can just do damage on the boss, right? I can just min-max damage on the boss. Because by the time the next day a week happens, I'm just going to passively heal the people up in my party, right? Now, obviously, somebody's at like literally 5 or 10% health during the static. You want to heal them up, right? But if you don't have to, you shouldn't. You should just be min-maxing your damage. You see how I'm doing 1.5 million DPS right now, single target on this boss.
5, 4.
Which is not that
3,
crazy high, but it's still
2,
like a lot
1.
for a healer, right?
Knockback.
So knockback's coming. I Divine Purpose. You should be able to Divine Purpose every single knockback here. So right here I walked myself because I didn't want to dip too low there. Same thing. You just spam doing as much damage as you can. Divine Toll the boss.
Big dick damage.
Sometimes our abilities also bug out. Like Divine Toll right there should have put up HOTS on like 3 people in the party and it didn't. It only put it up on 1. I don't know why our class constantly has abilities that has bugs like that. Doesn't make any sense. We got a wings proc there. We
5,
proc it instantly.
4,
Just do damage, as
3,
much damage as you can.
2.
Now, single
1.
target, you don't really want to consecrate
Knockback.
too much. So, like right there, I was low on healing, so I pressed a Tears just to like passively heal my party up because I didn't really have Divine Toll yet, and I didn't want to spam walk people. Same thing. I'm not healing anybody here. I'm literally just doing damage the entire time. I'm not healing a single person. I don't care about my party's health right now because there's no damage going out, right? So the trick to Holy Paladin keys, and this is going to come with a little bit of practice because it's also a little bit harder in pugs, right? Because pugs are very like situational and things go wrong a lot in pugs, right? So that's why Holy Paladin pugs is such a bad healer, because in order to be good at keys as a Holy Paladin, you have to be very scripted with your pulls, and you have to know the
5,
dungeon
Kick.
step by
4,
step by step,
3,
right? And your party
2,
can't make mistakes.
1.
Because you have to think of it this way:
Yes.
when you're playing Holy
Kick.
Pally, the only way you do damage, really, essentially, is by not
Kick.
healing. You're sacrificing your healing to do damage, right? So if your party's constantly taking damage, like I am right now, I have to
Kick.
spam heal myself, and I'm not able to min-max my damage rotation.
Kick. 5,
Right,
4,
so these pulls are very
3,
easy. The only thing
2,
you really have to heal here is the
1.
extractor AoE.
Dance. Avoid. Avoid.
Like right here, I don't really have to heal anybody because it's about to die anyways. But I healed 2 people right there. I only wogged myself and the shaman. I wogged myself twice and the shaman once. Now we're going into the next pull. We got a wings proc here. We put down a judgment right away in a second.
Kick.
So as you can see, like even I'm not
5,
min-maxing my consecrates, which
4,
I should be,
3,
right? I should be
2,
pressing
kick,
consecrate on
1.
cooldown here,
Dance.
but I haven't pressed it this entire pull until now, right? So don't worry too much about like completely min-maxing things. Just do your best to live and keep your party alive.
Kick.
You don't have to play perfectly to time these keys.
Kick.
Same thing here right now. There's no damage going out, so I don't really have to heal my party. If those casts are going
5,
off, that's when I have
4,
to start healing my
3,
party, right?
2.
Kick.
So that
1.
cast gets
Dance.
kicked. I wall the AoE
Kick.
right here. We
Kick.
get another kick. I kick it. Just running around like a maniac.
Kick.
I lay on hands of DK.
Avoid.
Just
Avoid.
anytime I see those casts about to go off on people, I heal them up. Because you don't have to top your party the entire pull, every single pull. But if there's a cast going out on one of your team members like that, you want to top them just in case that cast goes off, so they don't die, right? So like here, we're doing this pull step by step, right?
Kick.
We're not doing anything crazy. We're not doing anything Mongo.
Kick.
Just step by step, pull by pull. Very easy pull here. You just focus on your damage. Consecrate, judgment, divine toll the mobs. Spam shield of
Kick.
righteousness. That's actually literally all you're doing this season. Is actually insane. You're not even healing 95% of the key. You're just spamming consecrates and shields of righteousnesses. Right here, we're gonna swap beacon on the tank because this mini boss actually trucks the tank. Normally, you're keeping up beacon on your boomy the entire key, almost the entire
Kick.
key.
Avoid.
Sometimes you're beaconing yourself for damage reduction on certain AoE mechanics during bosses.
Kick.
Put down Consecrate, Holy Prism the tank for AoE damage. Heal my Shaman right there. See, I was very delayed on that healing on the Shaman right there. Like, he could have actually died there if he didn't help pot.
Avoid. Kick. Kick.
Kick.
Kick. Avoid.
These pulls are not hard. They're very easy.
Avoid.
The main thing you're healing here is the tank, right? Because the tank is going to get trucked here, so you're going to have to heal him sometimes. But for the most part, your tank should be self-sufficient in a lot of these keys. Like, you really don't have to spam heal your tanks.
Avoid.
And you also want to... This mini-boss is going to charge a random person. You want to heal them as soon as they get charged, because sometimes the boss
Avoid.
melees them and kills them. Which is like a really weird bug. That's why you want to actually heal the person getting charged on that pull. Alright, this boss is actually a little bit hard. We're going to beacon the range, and we're going to beacon the second squishiest person, which is the Shaman in this case. Now, ideally what you want to do here, you want to put the target that gets empowered on focus, and you want to do as much damage as possible to it as a healer, because you, the ad gets damage increase on itself, right? So if you're constantly spam Holy Shocking the ad, you're doing an absurd amount of damage with Daybreak on it, right? And then you can instantly wog one of your party members.
3, 2, 1.
So you're gonna see here, I kind of messed up my cooldown rotation. I pressed wings very, very late instead of pressing wings during the ad AoE phase. So this next AoE is going to be a little bit harder. I'm probably going to press Tears here. Yeah, I'm going to press Tears right here. I get a Wings proc, which is really good. I use it on the ad. I just hit the ad for like 5 million right there by doing that. And then this is where I'm focusing to heal my party. This boss is actually surprisingly extremely hard. You want to Divine Toll only your party in here, because your main objective here is to keep people alive during the ad AoE phase.
AoE.
You don't want to ever press cooldowns during this thing right here. During this Resonant Quake, you never want to press cooldowns defensively. Okay? You're not doing a high key enough to where it one-shots you, so you can just passively heal through it before the next ad AoE phase. And you also want to constantly try to hodge the ad that is not empowered as much as you can to make it easier on your ranged DPS that's kiting it.
Frontal.
Right? So right here, you're going to see we're going to start to fall behind. We're going to Divine Toll. We're going to Wog. We're going to Judgment, get that Wings proc, spam Holy Shock, Wog. We casted a Holy Light there as well. Ideally, you don't really want to cast Holy Light unless you have to.
3, Frontal. 2, 1.
A lot of times I'll use Holy Light during this.
AoE.
So after the AoE happens, I'll use Holy Light to help top my party up. So like here, I might Holy Light. Probably not, because I'm like really ahead on healing. Okay, so I did Holy Light right there. And we're going to get Holy Prism during the ad phase here. We're going to have Wings here. We're going to have Divine Toll. We're chilling.
Frontal.
We have Summer. This ad should get absolutely melted. We still have Wings here, so we're chilling. We Holy Prism the ad for damage on it and healing.
5.
See how I just Holy Shock the ad right there instead of Holy Shocking my partner? Because when you Holy Shock the ad with Daybreak up, it's going to do an absurd amount of damage to the ad, especially if it crits. I think it hit the ad for like 7 or 8 million there off one Holy Shock. Now, obviously, you're not always going to be able to Holy Shock the ad, right? Like this set of ads right here, I have like no cooldowns. I have short wings, but I have no other cooldowns.
Frontal.
We don't have Aura Mastery. We don't have Wall. Yeah. So like this one might be a little sketchy, but luckily my party actually plays it good. We rotate cooldowns properly.
5.
Our DK zoned there, our Druid bark skinned. Easy. Now, if your pug is doing this pull is unironically probably the hardest pull in this dungeon. You want to beacon your tank here, and you want to try to sack him on pull and beacon yourself. Okay? If your tank is doing this pull, you want to beacon him and yourself and sack him before he runs in, and precast Tears and wog yourself in the tank ASAP. Put down Consecrates and Judgments. Now, the reason you want to beacon yourself on this pool is because you might get a few mechanics
5,
while you have the
4,
sack up on
3,
the tank, right? So you
2,
need as much CDR
1.
and healing as possible. But ideally, if you
Dodge.
have the global right here, you want to swap beacon to your druid after that, right? So I bubbled that right there because the cast went off. This pool is also a bit
5,
chaotic. I think I
4,
also die here.
3,
I'm pretty sure I
2,
die here.
1.
You can also bop the Echo Blade, so if somebody's ever in trouble, you want to bop them.
Dodge.
I don't remember if I died here, but you'll see. I may, yeah, I did die here, right here.
Idiot.
I simply wish you had lasted
You'll see
a
I make a
little
lot of
longer.
mistakes in this keys, and we still time them.
Kick.
Right? So
5,
don't stress over your
4,
mistakes too much.
3, 2, 1.
Right? So they're
Dodge.
fine. My party's
Kick.
fine.
Targeted.
It's only one mob. So luckily I died towards the end of the pool, right? If I died at the beginning of that pool, that would have probably been a wipe. We would have probably break the key. So I'm probably going to keep beacon on myself on these pools, right? Because on these pools, if I die, the key's over. That's the most important part. And
Kick.
these pools are actually unironically very, very hard. Like, look at our
Kick.
party's health
Kick.
every single time we do these pools. So like right there, I casted a Tears, but I canceled it because I didn't really need it. You want to try to save. So I sacked the Druid there because he was getting casted on. Keep down Judgment, keep down Consecrate as much as you can. Just keep your party alive here. During these pulls in this gauntlet, you want to keep your party
Kick.
topped as much as possible. You don't really want to try to min-max your damage too much because there's a lot of unexpected damage here. Any pull as a Holy Paladin keys where there's unexpected damage, you always want to keep your party topped, right? If you know the damage patterns and you know when the damage is coming, then you don't have to heal as much. You can just focus on doing damage. So the reason I save Tears is for this next boss, right? You want to have Tears probably on pull here,
5,
and
4, 3.
we also messed up
2,
the skip here as
1.
well. Pretty sure the Shaman died. Luckily he died really fast, so none of us got in combat. Like this boss here,
5,
if you're doing, I would
4,
say if you're doing like a
3,
16 or a 17 or a
2,
higher key,
1, 2, 1.
people are gonna be doing this pull, where they pull the big machine guy on the boss, which is actually a
5,
lot of healing,
4, 3,
but
2,
it's
1.
interval healing, right? So you know when it's coming and you can prep for it. So I wall the first one, I divine toll my party, and I just spam heal the fuck out of everyone. Right.
5, 4.
Right here, for the most part,
3,
you want to
2,
hodge the
1.
mine
AOE.
if it's ever on you. This is another boss where I beacon myself
Frontal.
because this boss just absolutely trucks me.
5, 4, 3, 2.
If you're struggling
1.
to heal the tank on this fight because this
AOE.
boss actually kind of trucks
Clear.
the tank, you can swap beacon on your tank on this fight. That'll help out a lot. Or just
5,
top everyone as much
4,
as you can before
3,
the
2, 1.
next AoE.
AOE.
Ooh, the Shaman almost died there. If I didn't have beacon on the Shaman right there, he would have died 100%.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So this is on me right now. I'm gonna end
AoE.
up bubbling this, and it's gonna scuff the mechanic. But I think if I didn't bubble that right there, we would have actually wiped.
Frontal.
You ideally never want to
5,
bubble that
4,
mechanic
3,
because it
2,
completely negates the
1.
mechanic, and then you're not able to clear the
AoE.
puddles.
Frontal.
Right, so you can see I'm just spam healing, not really try to focus on my damage too much here. Now we killed the first war machine and we're gonna pull another one. Ideally, you want to have wings up before your second war machine here. So luckily we got the puddles first, and I was able to kind of wait for all my cooldowns to come back up.
Frontal.
Now that I think about it, I probably should have been beaconing the druid on this fight instead of the shaman and myself.
Frontal.
So we do the next pull here. We pull 2 mobs, the little specialist with the war machine.
Clear. 5, 4,
We get the
3,
mechanic.
AOE.
We have to dodge that. We press tears before the AoE. Divine Toll, wings, Divine Toll. This first one should be very easy. Shouldn't be that hard.
5,
Like you can see, it's a ton of damage on your party.
2,
Even with
1.
wings, Divine Toll, and tears right there,
AOE.
people still almost died.
Dodge.
I think I aimed that one right there.
Clear. 5,
Clear these puddles.
4,
We're gonna get an
3,
AoE here, so I want to
2,
make sure I'm topped.
1.
I think I die
AoE.
here.
Dodge. Frontal.
Maybe I don't actually. I swear I remember dying on one of these. I think it's this one right here.
5, 4,
Kite.
3,
I hodged the mine right there.
1.
Yeah, I definitely die here. See, like I messed up there.
Your
I should have healed
survival
myself
wasn't
instead of
necessary.
trying to top the shaman right there, and I would have been fine. But the boss is dead. There's no point to take this res. Just look at the boss's health. You release right here anyways. Like you can see, we have so many deaths in this key, so many scuffed pulls, and we still have 10
Right.
minutes in the key to do 2 pulls and 1 boss.
Dodge. Dodge. Dodge.
This pull's
Dodge.
kind of toxic for melee, especially if any
5,
of the mines are on
4,
you.
3, 2, dodge.
So you just want to
1.
make sure you stay back while
AoE.
your tank is doing this pull.
Dodge.
Here's the first mechanic.
Dodge.
And then just focus on getting down as many consecrates as you can, but keeping your party alive during the War Machine AoE. That's the
5,
most important thing on this
4,
pull.
Dodge. 3, 2,
Like,
1.
ideally
Dodge.
here I should be only
AoE.
attacking the War Machine, right?
Dodge. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kite.
See, my
AoE.
DK just got hit by something there. I think one of the mines randomly
Dodge.
exploded.
Dodge.
Put down consecrates. Constantly
3,
refresh those
2,
consecrates.
dodge. 1.
Consecrate is your best friend in this keys,
AoE.
damage wise. Obviously, you don't want to be pressing consecrate during the War Machine AoE. See, my
5,
druid could have lived there. He could have pressed help pot. I could have kept him alive too as well, obviously, if I just healed properly. But he could have also help potted there, and he would have been fine. But this next pull we're doing is pretty sketchy. This is a lust pull, I'm pretty sure, but it's 2 war machines and a ton of mines, so it is a very hectic pull if your group is actually doing this pull. Ideally, I should stay back here. I shouldn't be following my tank like this. It was very stupid for me to run in and actually do stuff like this, because one of the mines got fixated on me. On this pull, you really don't want a mine fixated on you, because you're not able to stay in melee a lot of the times if that happens. Luckily, my mine died here, so I can
5,
just chill here
4,
on the ads
3,
and just
2, 1.
do damage, heal when I need
AoE.
to. So we have lust for this first one.
AoE.
I'm probably gonna divine toll the second AoE. So the first AoE, I'll passively I'll heal it myself with like regular abilities,
5,
and then I'll divine
4,
toll on the second
3,
AoE.
2,
Kite.
Now, another set of AoE comes out. I
AoE.
tears here.
1.
Top everyone before the AoE. I aim as well. Sack. Just literally press every single button you have. I should have lay on hands the shaman right there, but I
4,
didn't.
3, 2, 1.
You don't need cooldowns for this
AoE.
boss, so you want to
2,
use literally everything
1.
on this pull.
AoE.
Every single cooldown you have. The only cooldowns you need for this boss is during the ad phase, which comes out like 50% I think, so you're going to have plenty of time to get all your cooldowns back. Now we go here in the safe spot, and this boss, you're really just doing damage. You can beacon your shaman and your druid here, or you can beacon your tank if you don't really ever want to heal him, because
Your survival
this boss kind of
wasn't
does a lot of tank
necessary.
damage. Like I said, I make a ton of mistakes this pull,
Frontal.
and look how much time we have.
Dance.
This key, I make a ton of mistakes this key, and look how much time we still have. Now, the tank is kind of tanking it in a really, really bad spot. Like, he should not be tanking it here. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a little annoying because it makes the fight a little more confusing. Ideally, you want to make sure you heal those people that have the homing missile on them.
Frontal.
Because, as you can see, I wasn't prepped there to heal the shaman, and I had to lay on hands him or he would have died. I'm probably going to press wings here, Divine Toll the boss, just do damage. Can use a free wog on the druid right there. One wog should be enough. I might wog him again. No, I didn't. Okay. So,
Dance.
one wog is normally enough to keep the homing missile person alive. Now, the hardest part of the fight is coming up right here. This is basically where you want to use every single cooldown you have. So, like right there, I should not have pressed Divine Toll. I should have saved it for the phase coming up. And I should also be swapping the beacon to the shaman. I don't know why I haven't done that. But right here we cast the tears, we get a judgment proc with wings, and we're just... Okay, so I did swap the beacon. I bopped the shaman there to mitigate more damage. Because the hardest part of this fight is this phase right here with 2 ads. When 1 ad dies, the fight becomes much, much easier. The first AoE
AoE.
is going to be a little sketch. Ideally, you want to Aura Mastery the first AoE, and then usually the second ad, one of the ad dies before the second AoE, which it did.
AoE.
And then the second ad should die before the third AoE. So once the ads are dead, the fight is free.
AoE.
Right, so there's no rush for me to top my party right here. I know I have Divine Toll coming up, so I'll just use it to heal people that way. My druid melded the mechanics, so very easy. I don't have to panic heal anyone.
Frontal. Dance.
See, like right there I made a mistake and I wogged myself instead of wogging the druid.
Kite.
Now this is on me. I'll probably bubble this. Yeah, I did. So I bubbled late. I should have bubbled earlier,
Frontal.
but it's fine.
Dance.
As long as you live the initial hit, doesn't really matter. Made another mistake there running through the Gatling gun instead of running with it. The only thing that matters right now is that you just don't let the homing missile guide die.
Frontal.
That's it. That's really the only thing I can wipe you on this part of the fight. Just focus on doing damage. Doing as much damage as you possibly can. Dodge the frontal.
Dance.
Should be the last frontal after this. The boss dies. that's it. That's the whole run, Motherlode. If you guys enjoy the guide, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. I stream anytime I play. I'm going to do my best to get up every single dungeon guide on my YouTube channel, so if you like this guide, check out my other guide that I'm making. I'll see you guys around. Peace, peace.